The European institutions work in 24 languages. That way, everyone can play their role in shaping the future of Europe. And they can do it in their own language. EU interpreters work hard to ensure multilingualism. This means that a European citizen speaking Romanian, for example, can be understood in English, and that a Greek speaker can be interpreted into, say, Finnish at the Court of Justice of the European Union, at the European Commission, at the Council of Ministers, and at the European Parliament. EU interpreters strive to provide European citizens with access to debates, access to expertise, and access to justice. Our interpreters are a highly skilled team of professionals who come from many different countries and backgrounds. In this video, you can find out about how to become an interpreter, get inspired by their stories, and see if you'd like to find out more.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about how I found out about interpreting as a job. I was about 16 and I read about it in a career guidebook. Nothing really out of this world, but I just thought it sounded like such an interesting job with a lot of learning, not just about learning languages, but learning about a variety of different subjects, and quite glamorous, getting to travel and meet lots of interesting people, so I decided to go for it.
I think when I was younger I didn't think that interpreting was for me because I wasn't from a particular background. I thought you needed to have parents who were diplomats, or you had to go to an international school, or you had to speak several languages at home, and that wasn't my case at all. But thankfully I met some people who were studying interpreting or worked as interpreters, and I quickly realized that people are from all sorts of different backgrounds. Some people are in fact from very multilingual backgrounds, but some people are like me, from a very monolingual background.
You have to have languages, obviously, but you can just learn them at school or university, or by living or working in a country. It doesn't matter how you get the languages, you have to have them.
I studied French and Italian at university, and when it came to deciding what I wanted to do with my life, I didn't want a job that would allow me to just use my languages occasionally.
I started out in Australia at the University of Sydney, where I did a Bachelor of Arts with French and German and a Bachelor of Laws. And as I got through my law degree, I realized that I was interested in modern languages rather than in becoming a lawyer. Working at the court has then given me the opportunity to combine both of these backgrounds.
I passed the EU's accreditation test, which meant that I could work for the Commission, for the court, and for the European Parliament.
The things I like about being an interpreter include the variety of subjects that you're faced with on a daily basis. Every single meeting is different. The people, you work with some fascinating people, colleagues come from all kinds of different backgrounds. The travel as well, because it's an excellent opportunity to see the world.
Make sure your languages are solid, but I think beyond that, make sure you're interested in the world, because what we do ultimately is dealing with global issues on a daily basis.
It's important to say that interpreting is not just about being good at languages. You do, of course, have to be good at languages, both your passive languages and your own mother tongue. You have to be able to express yourself well in your own native tongue. But interpreting is also about being curious about the world. You have to want to know how things work. That's because you'll cover a wide range of topics in your work here, and you have to be prepared for that variety of topics on a daily basis.
I also enjoy the contact with people from all over the world, and the project of international communication. It is still a wonderful thing to see people communicating across nations and across languages.
As an interpreter, you work very hard, you have to concentrate quite hard, but you don't bring your work home with you. Once you're finished for the day, you're finished. You can go home and you can forget about your meeting.
Learning languages and knowing a language well can really be an asset. So I would encourage you to learn languages regardless of whether you end up as an interpreter or not.
For anyone with good language skills, who has an interest in current affairs and who likes a challenge, interpreting could be a very exciting and rewarding career for you. And there are great career opportunities in the likes of the EU institutions, the United Nations, and of course the private market for interpreters.
Don't get discouraged by any setbacks that you might encounter. I think I encountered a setback at every single step in the process to becoming a conference interpreter. It's a great opportunity to reevaluate and to determine exactly it is what you want to do. And if you want to become a conference interpreter, that should definitely not hold you back in any way.
If this video has piqued your interest and you'd like to find out more, follow the links to longer standalone videos about our colleagues and to a whole array of other information about the profession. Thanks for watching.